Welcome to another Math Quest video with Mr. Bowie. If you're new here, you may like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. During this video, we'll be going over consumer arithmetic questions from 2018, 19, 2021, and 2023 past papers. So let's begin. As usual, ensure that you have your notebook, pen, pencil, and your calculator. Yes. So the first question here says, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this is a 2023 paper, pandemic, the number of available seats in a hall was reduced from 125 to 93. Calculate the percentage difference in the number of available seats. All right, so fair question. So they want to know the percentage difference. So you can say percentage difference. Oh, it's my bad. Percentage decrease. Why is difference in my percentage decrease? So decrease means reduce. So we need to know the amount to reduce by, which will be 125 minus 93. This is going to give us the amount to reduce by. But since we want to find that amount as a percent, we need to represent it as a fraction of the original amount, which is 125 times 100% over 1. So now, when we simplify this, 125 minus 93, we get 32. So it's reduced by 32. So we're finding 32 as a percent of the 125 to see by how much percent. So we can just enter all of this in a calculator. 32 divided by 125 times 100, and we get 25.6%. 25.6%. All right, next one. Our next problem. Mika invests a certain amount of money in a bank that pays compound interest at a rate of 2.5% per annum. At the end of 2 years, the value of her investment is $7,564.50. Calculate the amount Mika invests. So key things here. Yes, the rate. Here, that's time. Value of her investment at the end of 2 years. So this is the final amount that she has. So that's the amount at the end. Important. Now here, the good thing for this problem, they're giving you the compound interest formula, not only giving you, but they're explaining what each variable means. So we can use that to help us to substitute. So the first thing I would do here is to substitute into the formula based on what I'm given. So write out the formula. So we know the amount. So where amount is, we're going to start with the amount because A is stand for amount and we're given the amount at the end. So we're going to put 7,564. So 50 cents equal the principal. We don't know the principal. That's what they're asking us to find. Calculate the amount Mika invests. That's the original amount. So we just put the P. And we got 1 plus, we know the rate, which is 2.5. We're entering the rate just as it is because 100 will convert it to a decimal. And then we know end the time is 2 years, so put 2 right there. Now we can simplify this part with our calculator. So I'm going to put the steps. So inside right here first. So we got 2.5 by 100. And we add it with 1.025. I'll always ensure that you use your calculator, even if you're sure. Sometimes you can make simple mistakes, so you want to avoid those. Cost you simple marks unnecessarily. Now, all we have to do right here is divide both sides by our value right here. So to get P by itself, whichever value we get for this, since we can enter it into a calculator, so we can just know we're going to divide both sides by this value. It's 1.025 squared. And then we're going to get the original amount. So in the calculator, you're going to enter 7,564.50 divided by, when you press the divide, open bracket, 1.025, close bracket, squared. Enter 7,200. So she invests, so therefore Mika invests $7,200. Let's keep moving. Oops, this question is here twice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Irma's take-home pay is $4,320 per fortnight, which is every 2 weeks. Each fortnight, Irma's pay is allocated according to the following table. So a table of 2 columns with 5 rows, actually 6 rows. Now, yeah. So we got rent, item, amount allocated, rent, X dollars. And then the question is saying, what is Irma's annual take-home pay? Assume she works 52 weeks in any given year. So her annual take-home pay, that's what we need to know. Well, it says total allocated, and this is fortnightly. She gets 4,000, and every 2 weeks, that means, and for the year we got 52 weeks, and if it's every 2 weeks, so we can know number of fortnight in a year, number of fortnight would be 52 divided by 2, which is 26. So now our annual take-home pay now. So annual, let's say salary, it's going to equal 26 times the amount she get per fortnight, which is 4,320. Enter into our calculator. You get 26 times 4,320. 112,320. 12,000. Oops. And $20. So that's her annual take-home pay. So it's a follow-up question. Determine the amount of money that Irma allocates for rent each month. So let's go back. So she allocates X dollars for rent. So we now need to go and solve for X. So to do this one, we're going to need to add up everything in the bracket here in the table. So we have one X here plus another X. So that's 3 X's. And then we can add 629 with the 1,750. So 629 plus 1,750. That's 2,379. Now we can work with these values here. Going further. So now to find, determine for rent. So we know that a total allocated would have been 3x plus 2,379, and this should be 4,320 because that's the amount she paid for. That's the amount she's paid per fortnight. So we're gonna subtract 2,320. So we got 3x is equal to 4,320 minus 2,379, which gives us 3x is equal to, let's do a quick subtraction, 4,320 minus 2,379, 1,941, and we divide it by 3. So now x equals divided by 3, $647. And since she allocates X dollars towards rent, so therefore she allocate $647 for rent. And there we go. So now for next video, next part. This is the final part for this question. All of Irma's savings is used to pay her son's university tuition cost, which is $150,000. If Irma's pay remains the same and she saves the same amount each month, what is the minimum number of years that she must work in order to save enough money to cover her son's tuition cost? Well, we know the amount she earns per annum per year, and we also know how much she saved, 1,750. That's the amount she saves each month. And she says if her pay remains the same and she saves the same amount, she can use the only part of her pay she can use for her son is the savings. There's no extra money for miscellaneous, there's no extra. So it's just the savings. So how much of this 1,750 we can get from her salary? So first we can find how many months she needs to save. If we divide this 150,000 by the amount she saved per month, it tells us how many months, and then we can divide that by 12 to get the number of years. So let's take it by that approach. So or we could multiply and get how much you save per year first and then divide. It doesn't matter. So let's say savings, yearly savings. So let's do that then. Yearly savings, which is going to be 12 times 1,750. And for me, sometimes I would just go back to double check that it is 1,750. So saving is correct. So come back here and let's continue. Enter in our calculator. 12 times 1,750. Oops. 21,000. So she will save 21,000 per year. So we need to know how many 21,000s we can get from the 150,000. So want to know number of years. Number of years is going to equal 150,000 divided by 21,000. Oh, not gonna dollar sign won't be there anymore. So it's pretty much like 150 divided by 21. And it's 7.14. So it's 7.14 years. That's a 3 significant figure. So the minimum number of years that she needs to save. And time 1/4 years, we can multiply it by 12 to see how many months. So 7 years, so we need to know the exact number of months. So if we go 0.14 times 12, okay, so it's approximately 7 years. So we have the 7, that's for years, 7 years, and it's 0.14 of a year, and which means we have 0.14 of a year, which has 12 months. So we can multiply this by 12, which would be 7 years and 1 month, approximately 1 month. Yeah, 7 years and approximately 1 month for this one. So that's the amount she would need. That's the minimum number of years. If it's just in years, then it would have to be 2, but it's very close to 7. If we had taken it the other approach, which would be 150,000 divided by 1,750, would that give us 85 months, 0.71, which divided by 12 is given same. All right, so we can stop there. It's actually 1.68 months, but we can say 1 month. All right, just keep going.